Hey, what's up? I'm Jeff and welcome back to the backyard. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, but bear with me, it's important nonetheless. Today I wanted to talk about that sky up there. As you can probably see up at the top of the frame, it's very gray. It's getting dark out earlier and earlier. And if you're like me and you love doing things outside, in your backyard or wherever, it's getting harder and harder to do that. Especially when you have to go to work, you get home, and then quickly after that it's dark out. I live here in Maine where in the middle of the summer we have 16 hours of glorious daylight. But now we're getting to that time of year where in another month we'll have 8 hours of daylight if we're lucky. And most of the time those are the same 8 hours that I have to be at work. As you can imagine, that's a little bit rough. And I always get this weird feeling this time of year, like feeling a little bit down. It's called seasonal affective disorder, and I think a lot of people suffer from it to some degree. I don't think I suffer from it crazy, but it's there nonetheless. And I just wanted to address it because maybe somebody could get something out of this and realize that they're not alone. Now this year, I thought I had avoided it because everything was going fine, in a good mood. But the end of last week, all of a sudden, I just got this feeling like I was not motivated to do anything. Which, if you know me, I'm constantly doing stuff. I love doing stuff, getting things done. So when I'm not motivated, I'm just off. And then one night last week, I was just sitting there watching TV, and I just had this overwhelming feeling like it was over. And that just kept running through my head. And I think what I was thinking was just the chances to do fun things this year are over. It's gonna get darker and darker. I'm gonna get locked in this hamster wheel of having to go to work and getting home and it's dark out. And there's just very little chances to break out of that in the wintertime. It's just the reality of living in New England in the wintertime. But that got me thinking that as long as I can remember, I've always had this little bit of a feeling of, I don't know exactly how to describe it even. A little bit sadness, melancholy, a little bit dread of what's to come. And even though I know I'm gonna make it through it, and I know everything's gonna be fine, but it puts you in that bad mood. It keeps you from having fun or robs you of your joy nonetheless. I can remember all the way back to when I was 5 years old, the first time I remember this happening to me. Went to kindergarten, got home, went to my grandmother's house who lived about a mile away. And I must have asked if we could stay for dinner or if I could sleep over or something like that. And I was told no because it was a school day. And I remember then I was sent out in the backyard. I remember standing there on the asphalt underneath the silver maple tree that was in her backyard and thinking to myself, I can't do anything fun now because there's school. And I'm in kindergarten and that's taking away the fun. And this was like a couple months into school, so it was like end of October, early November maybe. And then I remember thinking, and I only have to go to school half day right now. Next year I gotta go for a full day. And then that's gonna go on until I'm a grown up. And then I've gotta work. And I just remember even then thinking, that's it, my freedom is over. I had a good run, I had 5 years of my time being my own. And now it's just gone, it's over. It's something that to some degree comes back every fall, and I just think maybe there's some people out there who kind of feel the same way, and I just wanted to tell you guys that you're not alone. It's brought on by like lack of daylight or just dread of the oncoming winter, but I think that on a much deeper level, it's just us as human beings. We know that this world is temporary, and we have these eternal souls that just want to break free of that, but we can't. We're here in this world where everything's gonna fade, everything's gonna go away. So if to some degree you'd struggle with this as well, just know that you're not alone. Best thing you can do is to reach out to somebody even though you're not motivated to do much, just try to get out there and do it anyway. Reach out to somebody, talk to somebody about it. If you have nobody else, I'll put an email address down in the description. You can email me, I'll talk to you about it, and we'll get through this together, because the winter is temporary, summer's coming, there's gonna be so much more fun to have, just in general, and especially here on this channel. So I'll see you in the next one, and we'll get through this winter together.